reason why is that he's going to teach religion, teach ideas through telling stories. He's a storyteller. And the power of stories is that they're like seeds that embed in your mind and they grow over time. They become like oak trees, these massive trees that shape the way you see reality and the way you see yourself. Okay? So stories are the most powerful mechanisms of education in the world. Okay? So, Alan, can you read the story, please?
Yeah. One Saturday I went outside the city and there brought myself some oranges and having a penknife on me, peeled them. A learned Jewish scholar came, along with his purpose. Why are you doing this? By God, don't you know that today is a Sabbath and you have a knife on you? You are right, I answered. You speak the truth. But why are you, such a learned man, carrying a knife with you? How can that be? Shouted the Jew. It is my habit to bathe on Friday and put on different clothing for the Sabbath. Well, since I said so, reach into your pocket and you will find a knife there for sure. The Jew was stricken by fear when he, having put his hand into the pocket, brought out his own penknife. He cried out in amazement, You cannot be a man, for if you are a man, then I am an ass. And he began to beg me to come to him, promising all kinds of good things, but I did not want to do it. And in this way, I did similar things wherever I could.
Okay, so certain things that you will notice about the story is, first of all, he has contempt for Jews, okay? A learned Jewish scholar. And what he shows is that it's very easy to trick these people. Why? Because they're learning. Their laws have made them stupid, okay? They're very strict about following the laws, and so they become very ignorant. And what he also shows you is how to control people. You control people by using their own laws against them, okay? So this man has a very rigid sense of the world. He just said to Jacob Frank, hey, you can't use a knife. And then Jacob Frank is like, well then why is there a knife in your pocket? And so it's just a simple magic trick, right? While he isn't looking, Jacob Frank just puts a knife into his pocket. Okay, it's just sleight of hand, very simple trick. But these sleight of hands, because people are stupid and ignorant, you can use these tricks to control and manipulate them, okay? So just because he's able to do this, the learned Jewish scholar is now saying, oh, you must be the Messiah. You must be divine. Let me follow you. And Jacob is like, no, you're too stupid to follow me. Goodbye, okay? All right? So it's a simple story. It's very amusing. It's memorable. So if I would tell you this story, I mean, when you're 6 years old, even when you turn 80 years old, you will still remember it. And the story will grow over time. It will shape the way that you see the world. And what you understand is that people are fundamentally stupid and superstitious, and you must take advantage of that. Okay? Take advantage of that. Because why not? All right. Okay. Amber, can you read, please?
Traveling with Zakubowski from Salonika to Poland, there prevailed at that time a pestilence in Podolia. We came to one township where the plague was filling the people, and we lacked food, wine, bread, cheese, etc. Then remembering that from those contaminated with plague, one does not take money, I told him the opposite. You go there, purchase everything, but don't give them money. He did just that. He came to the baker, bargained for bread, put it in a sack, but when he had to pay, the baker fell down and died. He went to the shopkeeper where he bargained for cheese. He put the cheese away and the shopkeeper died. He went on to the store to buy vodka. The same happened with the owner. In a word, just wherever he went, he bought everything without money, because the plague was sweeping the sellers away. Coming back then to me, where I was waiting for him, a rider on horseback knocked him down with his horse. What are you doing? Shouted Jakubowski. Are you going to ride right over me? He didn't even finish saying it when the rider toppled over and fell to the ground. This is how it is. I did I did all this because it was promised to me that no plague, nothing at all, could get at me. Therefore, all my orders were carried out successfully by the hand of the one whom I signed, and so should you be.
Okay, so his stories can be interpreted both literally and metaphorically. Literally is when people are afraid, you take advantage of their fear. Okay? When people are afraid to buy things, you go buy things. If people see the plague, you see it as an opportunity to make money for yourself. Okay? That's literal. But then the spiritual is, remember Jesus saying that how the world is a corpse. And if you see it as a corpse, you can stand above people. Okay? And what Jacob Frank is saying, if you see the world as a corpse, you can do whatever you want. You can take advantage of people. Okay? As long as you believe that I'm above you, okay? You're a dead body. I can take everything from you. You will always triumph. So this is the idea of justification by sin. How do you know you truly believe in God? By breaking the laws of man, by breaking the conventions of man. Because it's these conventions of man, this morality, these laws that keep you back, okay? What matters is your relationship with God. You have true faith, you can do whatever you want. You can conquer the world, and God will let you because you have faith in God. All right? All right, can you read out?
I asked Rabbi Issachar and Rabbi Mandachis that if the second belonged to the divine, why did he die? Rabbi Issachar replied to me, "It's then in our book that he came to this world to experience everything there is, therefore he had to come to experience the bitterness of death as well." "That's fine," I replied. "The answer is good, but if he came to experience everything, why then did he not taste how it would be to be Pasha, Vizier, or Sultan? Why did he not experience rulership? I don't believe it." They cannot give me any answer to this.
And so this is a great point he makes, okay? You have these divine beings like Jesus. They come to experience the world, to learn wisdom. And so why do they suffer? Because suffering is part of wisdom. And then Jacob Frank's like, yeah, but then isn't being a king also an experience? Why didn't he become king? Okay, so what Jacob Frank is telling you is that these laws, this morality, religion in place, it's all a mechanism to control you, to subjugate you, to enslave you. Okay, so his is a religion of liberation from oppression. Okay, keep on reading, Alan.
Yeah. That place to where I go, all have knocked so that the door be open to them. The patriarchs, the Moses, Aaron, David, Solomon, and all the pillars of the world, none have been able to open it. But I will labor, and with the strength of my God will open it. No one knew, but only Balaam, who knew a little, but he too not well. That which I mentioned to the company must be understood concerning those pillars of the world, as was mentioned above.
Yeah, so he's saying the Jewish religion, you worship Moses and David and Solomon, but you know what? At the same time, they were all slaves because they could not see the truth of this world. They could not see the true structure of this world. They couldn't really conquer it, but I can, and I will show you the way as long as you follow me, okay? The company is his followers, and the people who follow him are called the brothers and the sisters. So it's a very egalitarian, flat hierarchy where there's no, it's not a triangle like most secret societies. It's just they all obey Jacob Frank, and Jacob Frank will lead them to the promised land. Okay? All right, can you read Amber?
Should I riff this? Maybe not. In a dream, I saw Jesus, having priests around him, sitting at a spring of living and clear water. I noticed that this spring went away from them and came to me.
Okay, so this is very simple, right? You think Jesus is the Messiah. Wrong! I'm the true Messiah, okay? Because the water flows to me. Life flows to me. Am I going?
I tell you, as Christ, as you know, said that he came to free the world from the hands of Satan. But I came to free it from all laws and status, which have been till now, for all that was the work of the hands of Satan, and by that all fell into his hands. I must destroy all that, and only make that which is black look utterly white. At that time, the good God will reveal himself.
Okay, so why is it important to sin, to break the laws? Because the truth of the matter is, this world that we live in is controlled by the false God, by Satan. And therefore, we have responsibility to sin, to show the world that his laws can be defied, to defy Satan himself, to show the world that these laws are idiotic. They don't make any sense. They're stupid. Okay? And by doing that, we accelerate the end of this world. That is the Messianic age. When this world ends, we will have a new world when we'll see the truth for ourselves, when we will awaken to the falseness of this world. And then we have defeated evil. Then we will have defeated sin, okay? This is the idea of accelerationism, right? By sinning, you accelerate the end of the world. By sinning, you reveal the truth of the world. By sinning, you empower yourself. Okay? Okay, any questions so far? But you can see how seductive this is, right? Okay, okay, so this story is a bit long, so I'll simplify it, okay? Again, it is a parable. So there's a merchant, he has the world's most valuable pearl, and he wants to puncture a hole through it because he wants to create a necklace. And he goes to all these specialists, artisans, and they all say, no, this pearl is too valuable. I might break it, or I might damage it. You won't be happy, okay? So they all refuse. The merchant really wants a hole, so he offers more money. And everyone's like, no, I can't do it. Then this apprentice, okay, and Jacob Frank's like, I'm an apprentice, I don't know anything. He's like, sure, I'll do it. And he does it. And the merchant is like, oh, wow, thank you. And the apprentice becomes very wealthy. So in this world, what matters is not obeying conventions. What matters is not listening to other people, conforming to other people. What matters is your fearlessness. Okay? Just go do it, man. Seize it. And you'll become wealthy. That's what this world is about. Okay? We are constrained by these taboos, by all this morality, by all this nonsense. Okay? You must break through it and just seize it for yourself, and you'll become powerful.